cruising. I just time we abusing. Sexy girl when we choosing. I know we ain't losing. Yo. Cruising in the drop top, chilling in the ride. Checking out the fat girl, them in on my side. Pull up to the hot spot, girl left to right. Touch one of them and tell her, say tonight if it's in it done right away. Never delay, just give me the blame and I'll ramp in it.
Wagwan people, it is I, SourBawss, and I've got an OU match against NinetalesNinetails. His link will be down below. And yeah, you're probably wondering, oh my god, SourBawss, why is this video quality? Nah. Well, anyway, reason for that is I'm just trying to clear out some of my boxes. When I say clear out my folders or boxes, that means I'm running out of battles, or I'm not having enough time to battle. So it's gonna be a mix of video quality, PO battles, and maybe 1 or 2 emulator quality for the next 2 weeks or so. It's just since it's still I'm still at university right now. I know some of you have already finished, but I'm still trotting away at my project, but whatever. Either way, let's just look at team preview very quickly. He's got kind of a pseudo water steel dragon core going on, since that was pretty popular in 4th gen, I remember. I'm not sure how about in 5th gen, since I don't really use it too much. But usually the dragons are either a flying type or have some sort of ground immunity, so that works out well for steel. And water is just an overall good typing to begin with, so either way, I've got this SkarmTranGastro combo still, well, that I still use, but whatever. It doesn't. The only big threat I'm really worried about is Gengar with possibly sub disable or sub pain split. That'll be annoying, but as long as it isn't behind a sub, I'll be free to just lay out my hazards. So I'm just going to lead off with my Skarmory, predicting his Swampert. So yeah, without further ado, let's get on with the show. So he does decide to lead with Swampert, as I'm going to lead off with my Skarmory. He's going to switch out actually straight away into his Magnetone, trying to trap me with the Magnet Pull as I go for 1 layer of spikes. So now I'm trapped, except not really, because I run Shed Shell on Skarmory, since although I do miss leftovers, but you know, what can you do? That's the price you pay for the trying to get rid of the Drag Mag combo. So Gastron is in. I'm going to go for the Scald. I don't have Earthquake or Earth Power on this particular set, as he goes for the HP Fire and Sunny Day, or Sunny Day and HP Fire in that particular order, as that's the only attacking move he can attack me with. So as it substitutes Sunny Day, HP Fire and Thunderbolts. So now I'm going to predict this switch into something. I'm predicting maybe Gastrodon, into his either Swampert or the Tangrowth, as I'm going to go for Toxic. I do miss, but I believe we disconnected in the amount of turns, so I think we're just going to reenact these turns. So as he goes to the Ancient Power, seeing as I did Toxic Hit on the switch, which will come into play later on in the match, as this thing does get worn down by the Toxic and will affect his plays later on. So I'm going to switch out to my Skarmory, predicting the Grass Stab, but he goes for knockoff. Very nice play on his part. Knocks on my Shed Shell, so I'm more susceptible to the freaking Magnezone right now, so as he gets damaged by poison. But he switched out into his Hydreigon right now. I thought he would switch out into his Magnezone, but I guess not. But whatever, as I lay up my second layer of spikes, as I go into my Gastrodon, especially defensive, as he goes to the Focus Blast, does miss. That's the random number generator for you. Senti accuracy, what can you do? As I'm going to go for the Ice Beam. I'm not sure why he goes into Tangrowth right now, seeing as because I didn't go for the ground move on the Magnezone, that would indicate that I do have the Ice Beam. But whatever, as because of the toxic damage, he won't be able to switch out because of these spikes, as I'm going to go for my Skarmory again, predicting the Grass Stab once again, as I do ×4 resist, as he does go for it. So now I'm just going to lay out my final layer of spikes, as it does go for the Ancient Power, just trying to get possible stat boost. Also indicates that he doesn't have an hidden power, maybe ice or fire, I'm not sure. As I'm just going to switch out into my Heatran, as it will die to the toxic damage this turn, as he goes for toxic, probably predicting me to go into my Gastrodon to take the Ancient Power. I switch out into his Hydreigon. I do go for the Protect just to scout out what he will do, scout for the Surf. He does go for the U-turn, so that will give me an opportunity to lay out my Stealth Rocks as he goes into his Swampert. So now I finally got all my entry hazards on the field, 3 layers of spikes, and my stealth rocks out, so I'm free to just start phasing people out now. As he is going, because Swampert is a ground type, he does have the Earthquake. I'm going to predict him to not go for it and go for the Roar, as he actually goes for the Roar himself, so that's a good play on my part. He goes for a substitute. I do not, as I said before in the beginning, Gengar's the only thing that I fear right now, as it could be sub disable, sub focus blast. As I go for the Lava Plume, I'm just checking if he does have the disable. I am especially defensive Heatran, so I will be able to live this focus blast. Go for the Roar just to switch up my moves, as he does go into his Magnezone, take some spikes and Stealth Rock damage, which is excellent. I can't switch out anyway, as he's going to go for the T-Bolt. Again, as I said before, max special defense Heatran is absolutely a monster, so I'm just going to go for that Lava Plume and easily take out that Magnezone from that amount of health, as I get some more leftovers recovery. So now he is going to go into his Hydreigon. I'm just going to go for the Protect, one for Scout Initiative, as he is probably choice Scarfed, as I get some more leftovers recovery, as he is just going to go for that Draco Meteor. He was probably predicting my switch maybe, since he possibly does have the Surf, or that may be his strongest move to hit me with. But whatever, as I'm going to just go for the Lava Plume, that's the only attacking move I can go for. As he does switch out into his Lucario, which was... Yeah, you could say that's a good move on his part, since I was going to go for the Protect, but pretty risky though. I could have just pressed Lava Plume like, on the whim, but it works out for him anyway. I do see his life orb, as he's going to take me out to close combat. Now I'm going to my Skarmory here, as he's going to go to his Swampert. I'm just going to start going for the Brave Bird, seeing as that's pretty much the only thing I can do. Skarmory is pretty much death fodder right now, even though he does have the Lucario, but I can pretty much handle Lucario, seeing as I do have my Reuniclus and my Conkeldurr in the wings, with Psychic or Psyshock I believe I have on that set, and the Mach Punch. As he's going to go to Gengar, he actually goes for Thunderbolt, so he's sub 3 attack, so which is good to know, so that, yeah, Shadow Ball, Focus Blast, Thunderbolt. So I don't need to worry about Pain Split or the Disable. So now I'm going to go to Gastrodon, just going to go for that Scald, Stabbed, easily take out that Gengar, which has, yeah, decent special defense I guess, but its defense aren't great, especially with that HP stat as well. As the Hydreigon does come in, goes for that Draco Meteor once again. I should have went for the Recover right there and then, but I knew I could take one anyway, as I just get off an Ice Beam. Seeing as he does go for another Draco Meteor. Unfortunately for him, it doesn't come close enough to killing, as I am just going to go for the Recover, just get out all that HP back, as he is going to switch out into his Lucario, as it's pretty much, there's nothing he can do right now, as he's going to have to go into Lucario, take some more spikes and stuff for damage. Going to go for that Ice Beam, just not to predict, since there's no reason to. I do get Freeze, which is hilarious, but it didn't play a role at all, seeing as even if he did kill me off, I still had my Conkeldurr in the wings with the Mach Punch, as he could easily take an extreme speed anyway, at full health. As he does go into Hydreigon, he does go for the Draco Meteor. I can easily live one, easily, as I'm just going to go for that Ice Beam. Unfortunately he gets a crit, which is hilarious, seeing as the Gastro, Skarmcore pretty much did a complete number on this guy. So as they're just going to Conkeldurr and finish it off with a Mach Punch. So it's a good game, NinetalesNinetails. I think that's your name anyway. Check him out, his link will be down below. I've got a few more video camera quality matches, as I've said before, and also some PO matches which I'll post, seeing as I'm running out. I'm just trying to find the time to battle now, guys. But yeah, just bear with me, and thank you all very much for even click on this battle right now. So yeah, like, comment, subscribe, and I'll catch you guys on the other side.